Welcome in once again, guys. We're here to feed that Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard addiction, guys. You guys already know the man himself, Team Sakurasu, man. It never gets old, man. Having Saki on the channel is always fun, man. The guy has been busy grinding. The channel, as you can see here, almost 6K. What are you guys waiting for? You need to subscribe right now. First link in the description down below. Go sub right now. If you're already addicted to the brown, and to the market watchers here on my channel, you can't get enough. Those are the facts, man. Hey, Saki, stop laughing. Yo, those are the facts.
Every video, I get a guy going addicted to the brown.
Yes.
Someone buys off my store. No response needed. They're like, oh, other. Hey, thank you, man, for the cards. Hashtag addicted to the brown.
Yes.
I see feedback. Hashtag addicted to the brown. It has spread like cancer.
Like a virus, huh? Love
and now
it.
I am,
guys.
I too am addicted to the brown.
You see? Hey, you see Saki's addicted to the brown. You need to go sub to his channel. If you're already watching my market watches, you need to go right now, guys. I get it. We might sound like a broken record, but if you're new here, if you're a new subscriber as of late, you need to check my guy out. You can't get enough market watching. I remember when I used to watch market watches daily back in the day, I always wanted more. I just felt like it wasn't enough. Saki comes over here and he does, you know, just great content, guys. Look at that. Videos, 2.3K, talking about the OTS packs, talking about, you know, old Edison cards, ghost rares, QCSRs, OTs, you name it. He does it all, guys. You can't miss out. First link in the description down below. Saki, welcome in, brother. Welcome in.
Hey, thank you for having me. Look, you don't want to be a Billy Bob. If you're looking for the good deals on cards, if you want to know buyouts that nobody's talking about, and I'm not just saying that to hype myself up. No. I mean, I will find buyouts nobody is talking about, the reasons why, all that. Come to my channel. I upload a market watch at least twice a week, if not 3 to 4.
Yes.
Because I just love giving you guys that market watch goodness. Right, we got our own memes, jokes, all that, and I have a great community as well. The comments are always fire. There's even people arguing, making jokes. No, but their arguments are fun. I'm just sitting there like,
no, it doesn't matter. You have interaction. That's what matters, guys. So you have to check them out. As you can see, you have to check out these market watches. You can't miss out. You're already tuned into mine. You have to tune into his. First link in the description down below. Make sure you subscribe. We'll get to this later on in the video as well. We have Primite Lordly Lode, Saki. This card essentially short printed because it was 15 bucks and it just 2x overnight about a week or a week and a half ago, whenever that was. It's again new Primite support coming in Duelist Advance. Everyone has high expectations, not necessarily that it has to immediately break into the meta and be the end all be all, but just new Primite cards causes hype. People want the older cards, the lows, they want the ether barrels, which we're going to touch base on. So we have this reprint here. Again, as we can see, used to be, it says 17s, but it was really 15 bucks. Spiked up to over 2x overnight, 39 listings. I mean, and the card is approaching 30s, and people are asking, what should I do? And it's consolidating here, you know, and it's up 2x, man. I saw that 15s, I missed out. You know, it's 30s, is it going to 40, 50? Like, what's your approach with a card like this? And honestly, before you go, I just wanted to say, like, a card like this with the new support just around the corner, I think the man is going to maintain. And I wouldn't be surprised if this card continues going up in price. So let me know what you think about that.
So the thing I told my audience with Lordly Lode is that we don't know what if this card is going to be short print or not. Because remember, this is not a main set,
right?
So they will short print,
right? And
we need to start seeing numbers before we start panic selling. When Jay saw this at 15, I thought 15 was way too cheap for this because we saw these at 50, 55. Like low on the low end, 60s, 70s, right?
That's
so
crazy.
If this card is still not accessible, which let's be real, whenever Konami prints a big card, the first reprint doesn't make the card as accessible as people would hope for.
That's a great point.
Lordly Lode was no exception. What I did tell people though, when we did see it around 27, 28, 29, 30, this card jumps $1 or $2 every day from what I've noticed.
That's correct.
Right? Let's call it $29 right now.
Yep.
Is if you look at the original, and this is something that made me very angry. I did get a little bit of pushback on this, but not like in a rude way, in a nice way. But I told people there is zero reason to get the reprint over the original. If you could click the original right now, this is the original. Okay, what is this? $1 more. And this is something I really dislike about the community. I understand a secret rare is a secret rare, but the original secret rare not only looks better because they use different secret foiling for like their, you know, for their rarity collections, their battles of legends, their reprints, all that. It's a different secret foiling that to me doesn't look good. A lot of people can't tell the difference, which is like, I thought I was blind. You
no, it's obvious. It's obvious. Yeah,
they drafting your boy. Okay, that's how blind I am. Okay, so, and even I could see right that this was ridiculous here. If you're looking for Lode, or if you have your Battles of Legends copies, I would just get rid of them and get the originals at $1 more. Point. You're not losing any money really here at all. All you're doing, and even as a player, is being like, well, I spent $1 more, so $3 more. Now I have original print. So no matter what happens, at least I have the value of, hey, this is original print. This can't drop below a certain amount. It's going to hold more value than the reprint will. And if the reprint's going to go up, hey, this is going to go up more as well here. But I do agree with Jay. I think it's going to either be stable or it's kind of going to go up. I think a lot of people who want their Lodes, majority of people, you know, they're good with them. But I do think the originals over time are going to space itself a lot better from the reprint. But it definitely was something in the market that was, you know, to be frankly honest with you here, retarded. All right.
Yeah, I agree.
Spending, like,
I agree.
Yeah, Saki, not even a dollar difference.
Saki's 100% right. Like, Saki, you're just right. This has no business being the same price as the OG. And yeah, we get it. It's the technical same rarity. We understand. But that's the whole point. If it's the same rarity, get the first OG, like Saki said. So that's a great point. I'd be picking these up and then like moving my other ones, because you're not gonna find people that want to swap most likely. So I would just be picking the OGs.
People are buying so many of the reprint without looking over here.
Yeah, that's wild.
I don't understand it. It's just so stupid, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, financial literacy is not great when it comes in the Yu-Gi-Oh community.
It's true. Like who's buying this?
It's gotta be like a 50% difference, right? I get it. It's a secret.
No, right, but
at least $5.
Yeah, $5 to $10 range for sure. Yeah, this has no business.
$10, $7, something like that makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, I agree with Saki. So again, you know, if I would need the card, I would pick it up. Essentially, that doesn't mean that we can't like retrace a little bit, maybe even go down to 25s. But honestly, if you needed to play, I would just pull the trigger and just call it a day. But I would pull the trigger for the OGs, just like Saki said. And then we have Blue Eyes White Dragon Starlight Rare. So we have the combination of a Starlight Rare and a Chibi art. That's why I want to get Saki's opinion. Just overall, I mean, this is the best-selling Chibi art, obviously, because it is the Blue Eyes, and you do have the regular secret here. So out of all the Chibi arts and the Chibi cards, essentially, this is the best-selling as expected. So I just want Saki's opinion overall on Chibi arts, you know, the high end versus the low end. You know, should people be picking up at least one of each of the secrets? Should they be going for the higher end? You know, as Starlight Rares, what do you think? So again, just briefly here, the Starlight is 150 bones. You know, the card recently was 135s, and this is what we call, you know, a check mark recovery here. Looks like a little check mark going from 130s all the way back up to 150s, and quickly keeps going up, man. 16 listings right here.
190.
Yeah, yo, it's insane what's going on. 16 listings again, and then you have the regular secret rare at $7. So just in general, Saki, it's consolidating here at around $7-8. What do you think about Chibi arts in general? And we're obviously going to start here with the most important one. Let's just hear your thoughts.
All right, so I'm not going to do myself any favors by saying this. I know I'm going to, first of all, you like what you like. But I will say Chibi, especially Chibi arts, usually give me the same ick that Funko Pops do, where I just hate them a lot.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
I just don't like them. Now, granted, the Chibi arts from Mayhem do look better than I thought they would for some cards.
Interesting.
I still really don't like it. They're nothing I like to add to my personal collection.
All right.
But thing is, I don't matter, right? So what does matter is how well these are going to sell, all right? And there are a lot of players, especially, you know, I hate to say it, but nerds, collectors, Yu-Gi-Oh lovers, everything, they love Chibi arts, right? They love their Funko Pops, right? And they're going to come over here and grab the best Chibi art. I think these are cards where because we have a lot of volume of them, it's going to take a while for the secrets to go up. But a lot of the QCSRs, or not QCSR, Starlights, they're also seen as quote-unquote safer investments because they're old school cards. We're done with the QC era, so it's Starlight. You don't have to worry about it getting an upgrade, this and that. It's, in a way, true max rarity, right? So these Chibi arts are very popular. Now, with Blue Eyes, I think that it's obvious that that Blue Eyes will always be the best-selling whatever at the time, right? The fact that this is so much money while the OTS ulti that came out that looks bad is also like 180, 200, it's kind of disgusting to me because it's like, all right, Blue Eyes players always find their mom's hidden credit card somewhere. Okay, they always do. Okay.
Look at this. Look at this ultimate. Look at it. Cleaned out, Saki. Cleaned out. Look at it.
Yeah, it's still not good enough to get a picture though.
Yeah, imagine you go to locals and you open the OTS pack and you get $200. Man, must be nice. Must be nice. That's crazy.
You know, I've had a lot of people say, hey, OTS is finally worth opening up again because a lot of players, at least in Illinois, the Chicagoland area, they either don't care about their OTS or they're just literally trying to get rid of it for $2. Like, not opening it, throwing it somewhere because it's kind of worthless. This is the first time where it's like, okay, the chance isn't good, but
you never know.
It's there to pull it, right? At least there's a chance, right? And if you're going to locals every week,
might as well.
With a group of friends, somebody's gonna hit it.
Yeah, that's gonna. Yeah, the lottery. You're like, oh man, you know, it would suck if you pull one of the other OTs though, but you know, it's crazy to see that. But yeah, great points. Don't even go down that road, man. Don't even start. It's just sad, honestly, what they did with that as a slot, you know. But yeah, I mean, great point that you just made with Chibi arts in the sense of people having that demand of wanting to add these to their personal collections. Honestly, I wouldn't mind just getting at least one of each just cause they're different. You know, maybe people want these as well in the future. And we're going to actually be hosting a giveaway where we're going to be giving away one of each Chibi art secret rares, one of each. Shout out to Andrew, member of the channel. So we're going to be doing that via X pretty soon. So stay tuned for more details. But yeah, I mean, it'll be nice. I have them in person, all of them around here, because Andrew sent those in for the giveaway and they look pretty nice. At least I have one of each for those people that really enjoy this art. So guys, first link in the description down below. We're gonna have you fast track this here. We're gonna have this updated by the time you watch the video. You can fast track each and every single card that we're talking about today, and if you want to purchase any of them, you can do them from here at your convenience. And again, we're doing our 9.5K giveaway right here. You definitely want to make sure you get exposure to the giveaway. Shout out to I Might Name This Later for hosting this giveaway right here. You don't want to miss out. And then make sure you subscribe on the way in. Subscribe to Saki, subscribe to your boy. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you tune in, guys, each and every single day. Ring that bell as we continue to grow, and I really gladly appreciate that. So again, we do have Battles of Legend as a set, Saki. You know, at first when we saw this set, we were like, there's just a bunch of fillers, man. Yeah, there's the occasional drill beams and the ether barrels and the loads and maybe this and that and the third, a couple meta relevant cards like Galatea, you know, and this and that. But really nothing like, yo, where's the Imsetis? Where's the Fenrirs? Where's the Chaos Angels? The Bestials, right? That's what we really wanted. So now, you know, that the set has been out about a week or two, we've seen these price fluctuations go on as a set. You know, I just want your opinion before we get to the next card. What do you think? How is Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem going to age? You know, what do you think about the set now after it's come out? You've had a couple buyouts here and there. What's your thought process for the entire set before we continue on?
I think the ceiling is going to be high, mainly for the QCSRs, because what has gotten support, except for maybe Jirak, not saying people don't like Jirak and all, I'm just saying it's probably the least liked archetype, or maybe even depending on how you see it, Gem Knights.
Okay.
But the QCSRs, the fan favorites, the classic collectors, they're going to pick them up. Like we see Lady Dragonmaid at 120 there. People want to play Max Ready Orcus, they're going to want to get their Enlilgersus, right? Stuff like that. People who Punk is a fan favorite deck. I see so many people love Punk.
That's true.
I've actually met a guy who's coming back to the game just to play Punk.
That's crazy. And, that's pretty cool.
I saw him today actually. No joke.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
He messaged me too. He's like, hey, do you have any of this? I'm like, oh, he's playing again. That's good to see.
Okay.
And this set does give a lot of flavor and spice to players.
Interesting.
But as a set itself, it's kind of a high ceiling where it's like, well, if you pull the Chibi Blue Eyes or one of these cards that are QC, they're great. But if you're not pulling a high-end QCR, this set doesn't feel good to open.
Okay.
It just doesn't.
Yeah, you just kept it real. You know, like I said, I would be staying away from sealed, honestly, even though you might see a little value here and there in the loads. Just get what you need, honestly. That's what I would be doing. So great take. Right there. So now individually, talking about some of these cards, we have Galatea I, the Orcus Automaton. Orcus getting their Link 1. We've already seen some regional tops already directly impacting the meta. This card was 27s, 28s, crashed down to 16, 15s, and now it's back up to 19 bones, 30 listings only. So yeah, I mean, Orcus, a lot of Orcus players out there. People believe that, again, as it is already doing, it'll impact the meta directly as we head even into Duelist Advance and then our Nat season. So what do you think about this Link 1 competitively, you know, at 19 bucks? If you need it, if you're thinking about getting access to the Orcus engine, should people be picking it up? So what do you think about this one?
Orcus is a deck that I actually believe is really good to pick up. It's going to perform very well. Especially when the ceiling keeps getting lower and lower. And if you know this deck and you know the ins and outs, I really do think this is a deck you could play for a very long time here. And I'm glad to see it get support. I love Orcus a lot. So
interesting. All right, so there you go.
Fact, I might even play it myself.
Okay.
I actually did.
Okay.
I had the max 30 at one point.
All right.
I'll be honest with you here. Orcus is a deck I really like, but I don't care about max rating it.
Right.
Simply to put that Harpor QC at 200, it's just too much.
Yeah.
I had it. I got it for much less, and I still didn't want to play it. So.
Yeah, I mean, 200, that's 600, man, in your pocket. Shh, man, I wish I might, man. But hey, Saki's making a comeback to the meta.
If you're an adult with room temperature IQ, if you make that 600 way more, and for a Harpor that's going to get banished off a fucking DB Pro. Oh, you're gonna call by my Harpor?
You're $200 just down the drain. Yeah, I love that, man. But that's good. We like to hear that Saki's making a comeback.
By the Grave's gonna be common too. We got that bitch in 7 rarities, and you have a common.
Yeah, he has to hit you with the common. You already know. You know that $200 card.
Take my binder out.
No, blah. No, yeah, you got that
instead.
Hey. No, that $200 card has to get hit by the dollar common, so you already know. But, you know, that's good that Saki might make a comeback, guys, thanks to Orcus. That's what I took from it. So definitely a great take with this card. Then we have Primite Dragon Ether Barrel, of course. This card, the talk of the town, got reprinted. It came out in Suda, and it got reprinted immediately. It's crazy. Konami has really never done this before to this extent, reprinting cards that just come out this quick. People said that it was because of the text, so that makes sense, and it did pan out. But yeah, Ether Barrels, people still needing their play sets. I was surprised that the card crashed down, you know, and it stayed down here at the single digi mark after, you know, loads have spiked up already. But yeah, there's walls of China here, so I've been telling people to pick these up at single digis. $25 for a play set is not bad at all. 69 listings. So yeah, Ether Barrel as a secret rare, new Primite support just around the corner. What do you think about this card?
I actually agree. One thing I do want to talk about is someone told me, oh, they did something like this with Altergeist Hexia, which is funny because I remember getting my Altergeist Hexias with the new errata in whatever Battles of Legends came out like pre-COVID. And they re-released that card very quickly. And knowing that this did not have the correct text, I actually should have saw it coming. I was talking to some vendors actually about this too, and I'm like, yeah, guy pointed out from my comment section, I'm like, oh wait, I should have known this from Hexia. And no joke, they were all shocked. They were like, wait, you're right, we could have saw this coming. And you never know what knowledge you have that others may not. I mean, look what I got told. I thought I was silly. I'm like, you know what? Other people should know this. I talk to, you know, the vendors quite often. Every time I brought it up, they're like, wait, you're right. Oh my God. Yo, Saki's a genius. I'm like, no, I got from my comment section, right?
That's crazy.
Which very quickly, I'm gonna kind of speak on my behalf and Jay's behalf. I love it when you guys are in the comment sections, you know, either correcting us.
Yeah, I love it.
Giving you a different opinion, all
I love
that.
it, man.
We're all community, especially here on Fresh Off the Press. We love discussion, and you guys are always respectful with it, usually from what I've seen. So it's really awesome. So I want to give a thank you, not only from me, but Jay as well. Hey, we appreciate you guys. But yeah, agree with Jay fully. This can definitely go up.
There we go. You know, you needed that play sets. Don't be that guy paying over $25 for a play set of Ether Barrel don't take this for granted, man. These prices can change overnight, as you saw with Primite Lordly Lode. And then on the same Primite boat, we have Drillbeams. These were 50 cents when they first came out as secret rares. You know, they hit the lows and then they V-shape recover back up to Billy's here. You do see massive walls at $1 and some change, 70 listings. So I've just been telling people to pick this up. You know, yeah, with shekels, now it's $1 billion some shit. This card could be $3 to $5 down the line. It can. If people start using multiples, the new Primite Fusion card, and they need the drill beams and things, that's that in the third. People start using this not just in Blue Eyes, but somewhere else. You never know. You never know. Now with the new support, and you never know if Prime might even get more support in the future as well. So get your Drill Beam Secret Rare. That's what I've been telling people. What do you think about this rarity bump? Now being the mid-max rarity, Saki, you know, around $1 and some change, maybe $4 after tax for a playset. I don't think it's that bad, just to at least get exposure. Did you like this reprint as a rarity bump? You know, what is your thought process with regards to this card?
So history repeats itself. That's what I always say, right? This card, I remember seeing the Ultra at 50 cents. I saw Lode start going up, and this was back during when Rage Abyss came out. Lode was a $25, $30 card from $2, right? And I said, guys, 50 cents, this is free money. Get this in the Earth one, right? Especially but get more Drill Beam, because Drill Beam was the card being more used. It was better, right? All that. I told people this could easily be a $3 card. And the Ultra hit highs of $18, right? If you guys remember that, because I know it's been covered on this channel. So think about that, 50 cents to $18. That's a 36x.
Wow.
Granted, and realistically, when a 50-cent card hits anything good, like $5, you're most likely getting rid of it, right? I think that history could repeat itself. We have a Secret Rare 7 Ultra now at $1, right? Definitely could go to $5. So yeah, history repeats itself. Go ahead, grab it. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, you don't need to say anything else. We can't take these prices for granted. If you can get these in trade value, you know,
you could. You just be a Billy Bob.
Yeah, of course. You know, you'd be looking like this. Where's your boy? Where's your boy, Saki? He should be around here. Let me see, man. Yo, Saki's in town. We gotta show. Yo, that's your boy. That's your boy, Billy. Yo, with the chain and the glass. Hey, you already know,
That's
Saki.
Me. That's me when I went to private school. Man.
Billy Saki, yo, let's go. Yeah, I love it, man. But listen to Saki, that's my guy. You got to listen to him. You can get these maybe for dollars locally or whatever if you can crack a deal, because $1 can become 5. That's 5x. $1 can become 10. You know, this card, we've already seen it happen. Don't let this be, you know, the next card that goes from $1 to 10. That 10x right there. The potential is there. That's all we're talking about here, boys. So we have Forbidden Droplet and Triple Tactics Talent, Saki. We did get these staple reprints in here, and you know, they're in my humble opinion, they're getting overlooked, especially Droplet. Yeah, Triple Teases at 1 might be a card that ends up getting banned. Maybe you want certain exposure here and there at 2 bones. You know, not bad. Maybe you need your 1 if you're on a budget. That's all good and well. But Droplet is where it's at to me. The one that people need play sets of. The one that when it cycles into the meta, it cycles in hard. This card is just broken. It's a quick play. It changes attack. It negates effect. It's too much. It's too good, right? So seeing this Ultra Rare at 3s, you know, anything, you know, Walls of China under 4s, I think it's an amazing time to get exposure anything under 5s. But, you know, just wanted your thought process with regards to staples actually being reprinted in Battles of Legend and staples that already had their Rarity Collection Uno reprints. What is your thought process overall with these 2 staple cards?
So I actually agree. However, I would not talk about the Ultra reprint droplet. I was actually talking about Max Rarity Droplet, because it's seeing play even in the format right now. Good
point. Let's
right?
look it up here for you.
Yeah.
And Max Rarity, I know you're talking about OT. Nah, go ahead.
You got QC, you got OTs, and you got some like middle of the age stuff. Like you got PCRs, they're like $9,
That's
right?
not bad.
And people like their collector rares. I always was a big fan of OG print, right? I told people OG print, and if you could look up OG print right now, for me, that especially would be nice. They are always very cheap. That's a card that can be $40, $50 very, very easily. This card was $120 on release. You are having first edition near mints, not even lightly played, $14 with 24 listings. I think that with Droplet, because it gets printed so often, just kind of like Ash, it's better now to go for the higher rarities, especially when the Ultra Rare is bringing them down, right? An OG set for this cheap, people don't want to sell OG Droplets for this cheap, but here they are, right? People trying to sell them. So $14, $15 here, this is, I believe, kind of where the money's at. I talked about QCs when they dropped to 40, because it was always about 55. They dropped to 40s, 41. I said, guys, this was at 55. We knew it was going to go up, but it's still a lot of money. But now it's dropped to 40, 41. And now we're looking at 62, well, no, 63 bucks with that sense. We got 62, 69 there.
That's true.
You know, from a side of ice, more like a side of zesty. But, you know, at that, like, I see that 69 cents. You can't fool me. You know, man.
Love it, love it, love it. I mean, great take by Saki. Like he said, he even had to lost the train of thought there. At 69, bro, that Diddy Rasu triggers, he can't even talk, guys. You guys already know, man. Yo.
Not the Diddy Rasu triggers.
In the comment, man, Diddy Rasu triggers. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Bro, I'm sure some people are going to get our, like, jokes mixed up. Like, you know how you have, like, the fresh off the flashback?
Yeah.
They're going to be like, yeah, bro. Yo, I have this great deal. I just got a Diddy from the future. Look at this, guys. And I'm just going to be like,
oh my God. Hey.
I already had someone be like, yo, bro. No, you know what? No, I'm not going to say it.
Okay. All right. We'll do, man. Cause Saki, man.
I already got another funny story I got to say about the drop.
All right. Yeah.
What are these crack-a-lacking at right
now?
I
mean, these are 90s, man. That's crazy right here. I mean, 84s. Then it does go to 90s. Honestly, I mean, for an OT, I think these were cheaper at one point. Yeah, they were like 66s, which is crazy. But still, long term, these should revisit the triple digi marks. So great points that Saki makes. Don't just focus on the new reprint, but if you know, I mean, the QCSR hasn't really moved. But again, you do have PCRs that are crashing down. They were like 16 bucks, and now they're around like 9 bucks, single digits. You take advantage of these moves because these cards will go back up immediately once the ultras get hard to get as well.
People want 3 of it too. It's not like TTT where it's just one of. You could grab one PCR, be all Gucci. People are going to want a set of these forbidden droplets. Now, go to the ulti real quick. I might be saving one person from this. But one time, when I picked up my set, I was so happy, right? And I couldn't wait to play them. Unfortunately, I got high as fuck, right? And I cannot, when I'm like baked, I can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! I will think of a search for 5 minutes, and I'll just be giggling too much to really play the card, right? And I remember I started freaking out with my boy because if you could look at the ulti, like I want you guys to look at the people climbing up, right? If you look at this baked, it looks like someone drew Sharpie on the card. So I got so mad. I screamed at my guy. I'm like, yo, this guy put Sharpie on my card.
I could imagine.
And I handed it to him. He's like, bro, you're right. I'm like, dude, I gotta call it like this. Dude, I just got scammed, right? I was like, no way. How do you put it past me? How did I not notice this? And yeah, it was very embarrassing. Like to say that.
I could imagine, man. I mean, it does look like when you see the artwork on the card, like in contrast to the ultimate rareness per se, it does look like if someone drew with a Sharpie, like these little guys here or something. That's just the way it looks. So, half-baked Saki took that approach. We can't blame him right here. But all in all,
drugs are bad.
Yeah, of course.
Learn from my mistakes.
Learn from Saki, man. You got to, man. That's our guy, man.
I go to the gym now instead, and boys, your boy can bench a little over a plate now.
Okay. Damn, I need to get in there, man. We need to do the gym challenge by Nats, man. We got to go to a local gym and make it happen, man. That'll be fun. You imagine, Saki? We record that, but we'll see. We'll see down the line.
Yeah, bro. I'll be like, bro, think about the fresh off the flashback when you could barely do anything.
You imagine, man. So here we have Magical Android, a card that I know Saki wanted reprinted because I wanted reprinted because we're Eddie Edisons when it comes to this specific card because they were 25 bucks and we just wanted to have access to it. And now we finally do on a budget right here. Look, the card is a bone and some change right here. Just easily you can, put in $4 or $5, you get a play set for your 3 Edison decks, 71 listings. I'm not even going to talk much about this one. Saki, let's hear your Edison, expertise.
It's my favorite reprint. It's my favorite reprint in Mayhem by far.
Damn, by far. That's a strong take.
Reprint.
Wow.
It's not even it's a pretty cold take because this set had dog shit.
What?
You can probably count how many good reprints it had on one hand, right? And this is 2 of them.
That's crazy, Saki. Your favorite reprint? Why? Let's hear it. What do you think is the impact of this card getting reprinted? What do you think about it?
Because for Edison format, this is like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 reprint. It should have been in Stampede, but it wasn't. But now we have access to the card. But you gotta look at its competition. Mayhem, the reprints were pretty bad.
That's true.
Right?
Other than like the staple-ish cards, maybe Droblins, maybe Lodes, maybe Ether Barrels, like, you know.
Droplet you could have got for like $6-7 though. Like what before that? Droplet's a reprint, sure, whatever, but it's not as good as Magical Android.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, I
You were
agree.
paying 20 something, 30
That's
something, and remember when
crazy.
people are getting to an older format, at any point when they're new to the format, seeing a card like this, oh man, this is another $20, $30 staple for
Right.
the extra deck.
Right,
No, I
right.
don't want to get into it.
That's a good point. That's a good point. And all of these are still like money too, you know, like double digits and stuff. So I honestly think rather than these four go down to meet this one, I think this one is going to go up to meet the, not necessarily become a $20 secret rare. Not that, guys, but could this dollar card become 5 to 10s? Yes, it can. It can, especially once it dries up. You know, I could see this being a double-digit card that we got at Shekels today. Eventually, it depends. Of course, it could get a Starlight reprint. It could come in Rarity Collection 5. They could squeeze it in anywhere. There's always the reprint disclaimer. But if this becomes one of those, like, older cards like these other four rarities that got a new reprint and they don't reprint it again, like, for years, then this could easily be anywhere from $5 to $10. Easy.
Yeah,
Easy work.
and
Easy.
and with these dollar cards, remember, you guys could even call it at 3 or 4 if you like want to just be safe. You know, call it a day.
Right. Yeah, you're gonna get your multiples. You're gonna get your multiples for sure. Then we have Jirac Volcano. This card, I covered it like 2 days ago. It was 15 to $16, Saki. It was a buck and some change when we discussed it on the channel the first time. It was like $1.50 right there, and we were like, oh, you know, it might reach right $5. There's a lot of hype with Jiracs. This, that, and the third, and then it became 15 to 16s, and now it is retracing back down to the mean to $9-10. I mean, this is crazy to me. What do you think about Jiracs as a whole? You know, me, I played against one duel. I had a match. I played Scrub Odeons, and Man with the Mark protects from destruction, so I got lucky. But if not, I would have probably lost. It's crazy how consistently they can blow up your field. You know, I don't see it more, you know, like a meta relevant, you know, like, oh, it's gonna go to YCS and like dominate, but you never know if someone squeezed by, especially at a regional. What do you think about Jiracs as a whole and this card?
You know, I got to admit, this is definitely a set where I feel like there's not going to be any innovation in some of the bulk cards. Whatever is worth money is just going to go up, and that's Jirac Volcano. I think a lot of people are excited to play this deck. A lot of people like dinosaurs, and there's a lot of dino players there.
That's a good point.
And that's all I really got to say. Did I expect this to go up as much as it did? Absolutely not. But, you know, I guess you could say it blew up quite a bit.
Yeah, it blew up, huh? Just like the volcano and the artwork, huh? No pun intended, man. I wanted to play Jiracs, but not at $10 for a field spell. Nah,
Yo,
not even
when he
$5, man. Nah.
When he said just like, I thought I was going to say something much worse.
Whoa. We'll leave that for Saki's channel, man, for Diddy Rasu, man. We have no punk rising scale. Guys, this card is 15s, man. Why, Saki? Why this card was $5 and it 3x'd overnight, even with the walls, 20 listings only? Talk to me about psychics, their impact in the meta. You know, what do you see this, you know, the ceiling for it? The price is 15, right? Could it go back down to 10? Could it become a 20-piece McNuggies from Mickey D's, your favorite? Let us hear it, man.
The only thing McDonald's can't mess up. No, here's the thing about Noh-P.U.N.K, his rising scale is, I told people this was going to be a top-heavy set because there's not a lot of good in it.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
And if there's not a lot of good in it, less people want to open it. So now the top becomes even, you know, it goes up even further. Kind of like, in a way, like the richer get richer.
Right.
The top keeps going up and up. And I put rising scale into that because this makes Punk so much better, and a lot of people want them. The demand's crazy. $15. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. If your deck got support and you could play, especially if you're a Punk player, 45's not that bad. I know a lot of people wanted this card to be cheaper, but to be honest with you, I did expect this card to be worth a lot of money, and it is.
Interesting.
So,
yeah, look, only 19 listings, so Saki might be onto something. You do have the current walls of China, but at this rate with these volume candles, these can disappear overnight, and then eventually even be a $20 card. I did not see this card going from 5 to 15s this soon, but there's a lot of, you know, pug enthusiasts out there, you know, that they really enjoy their new cards, just like Saki said about his friend, you know, coming back to play Yu-Gi-Oh just because of the support. The artwork looks nice, and we just don't know if and when it'll get an additional print, so that's a good point. Then we have Enlilgersu, the Orcus Meknite. This ultra rare, you know, it was $3-4, you know, $2 really here, 2 to 3s. It quickly goes back up. I mean, not too much to say from my part for this one, other than obviously his new Orcus support, you know, as part of their package. I don't see it going too crazy, So yeah, what do you think about this card, Saki?
It's a card. I mean, I'm happy it's printed.
There you go.
$3, it's fair.
Because you love Orcus, right? So you're like, yeah, new Orcus support. I mean,
the
not
all money.
The artwork looks nice. I think it should have been a secret rare, honestly, but. Yeah. Other than that, is one of those things where, like, if you need it, you're building the deck, you just buy it. You don't really worry about price for
you can
cards
make
like
a
these,
2.5-hour deep dive on how bad this fucking set is.
You imagine?
You can skip to the end and I still
No, look, what do you mean? You have great cards like this. Your favorite here, Herald of Orange Light, Starlight Rare. You're going to tell me that you don't like this card at 50 piece of wings from Wingstop? You don't like
this? It should have been a QC. Could have been QC. That's my problem.
That is a good point. That is a good point.
That is my big problem. But
that is
these
a good
are,
point.
hey, but at least it is a Starlight Rare. $50. Am I surprised? Not at all. Can it go up even further or a lot higher? Absolutely. Especially because people prefer Starlight / QC over ulti, especially newer ulti, I should say. So yeah, these definitely have room to grow. Absolutely.
There you go. Let's see what the ultimate rare is now that you mentioned it. Wow, it's still holding 75 strong. So yeah, it's not like dumping because of a Starlight Rare. And those are questions that people had.
The bad ulti when this came out, by the way. It's like $6.
That is insane. It looks nice, though. These older OTS pack ultis, they look clean. But, yeah, these are 75s. They're not receiving any sell pressure. A lot of people thought, like, hey, man, how would older OTs do, with the Starlight? And in this particular case, it hasn't even felt, it hasn't even gone down in price. And then you do have the budget ultras. I think these can age well, Saki. Right now, they're readily available. There's a lot of supply, a lot of listings. You have 1,500. We get it. We understand. But I'm talking about with these cards, you don't know if and when they'll get reprinted. And we've seen other Battles of Legend penny stonks be worthless, quarters or whatever. And then, past formats start using this. Fairies get support. You never know. Then all of a sudden, a 20-cent card goes up 5x and it's $1. Not to say that it has to happen anywhere near in the short to midterm. But overall, Heralds of Orange Light, I like this ultra rare reprint right there. I still prefer the supers from the OTS, the other OTS pack. They just look cleaner. But, this is a nice budget option with a technical rarity bump from those supers. So definitely
I'm just
make
upset
those considerations.
I got gimped out of the secret rare Orange Light. I feel very gimped.
Why isn't this a secret?
I wanted a plain secret.
Why wasn't this a secret rare in here, Saki? I mean, we already have enough fillers. They could have at least done that, right? I mean, just like Drillbeam. Yeah. Tell us bro.
You know what? Maybe I'll give you a guest upload. If you guys like this, look, I'm gonna ask for something big, okay? I will just sit here and scream and swear for an hour and a half.
Whoa! Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked. I'm sorry, Saki. I shouldn't have asked.
This set just gets worse every time I look at it in new ways. I
love it. It's like different angles that you didn't see coming, and I'm like,
a channel member only video, so it doesn't matter if it's monetized or not. It's just me screaming for an hour and a half on how bad this set is.
Hey! You said you like Magical Android, man. You can't have it both ways. You said you love that reprint.
It's a Konami both ways, okay?
Whoa. Guys, if you love Saki, man, Saki is great, man. In my humble opinion, he has an amazing personality. Every time he collabs with us, I'm always screaming like a little kid here. I'm always laughing. I'm having a good time. That's what it's all about. Positive, vibes, positive energy, positively impacting people's lives, smiling, laughing, having a good time, man. Always, each and every single time I have Saki over, I have a great time because he's a great dude. He's a great man. He's a great content creator. It's all funs, man, and games when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh!, the passion that we love. So make sure you subscribe. First link in the description down below right now. If you haven't subscribed, he already gave you pure analysis here for what, like 38 minutes already, and he's going to continue on in the second half of the show. All we could do, the least that we could do, is make sure you subscribe. You ring that bell right here. You tune in to other Market Watch content, Saki. I'm gonna, at the end of the video, I'm going to give you, way more time to really go in depth, but again, make sure you subscribe. Subscribe to Saki right now. Don't miss out. You have to tune in to more. You're already addicted, man. The first step to getting better in life is to admitting your addiction. So the way that you admit it here with Yu-Gi-Oh! Is watching more of it, okay? That's the way that you should approach that. So make sure you tune in to my guy Saki. And again, make sure you come over here to our Discord to participate in our giveaways and on X and get 15 free dollars over here and whatnot. Don't miss out. And subscribe to your boy. Obviously, ring that bell, like that video. None of this content is official financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only.
Also, before
Yes,
we
go
move
ahead.
on,
Of
if
course.
you guys could, I'm
Yes.
like 70
Where
subs
is it?
off of 5,800. And I know, there's about 3,000, 2,000-ish, 3,000-ish people who watch this video.
Come on
70,
now.
believe it or not, is a lot because a lot of people, some of them didn't even make it to this point.
Right.
Some of them are like, yeah, I like Sakurasa only when he's on Jay's channel. If you guys could give me a chance and subscribe, I would love to wake up and see 5,800. It would definitely feel really encouraging because YouTube's beating me up a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I've always been beaten down by YouTube a bit, but what's new, right?
Yeah.
If you guys could come over and subscribe, hey, look, I'd love it a lot. I'm even thinking about bringing back my 5-card Surveyor trade binder.
Uh-oh.
Not just for channel members,
Uh-oh.
but the channel itself.
There we go.
I've been very busy, but I'm trying to find more time to find, to do different videos that have to do with the market that aren't just market watches for you guys. But
Interesting. Yes, so guys,
all
right there,
depends.
we need to see 5.8K soon, very, very soon, on the way to 6K. Guys, come on now. Let's make sure we help Saki out. Like he said, just give him a shot. Just give him a shot, man. Let's have some fun over there with Saki. Just great content creator. Come on now, don't miss out. And on that same note, Saki, what do you think about Honest? I know you love this artwork. Look, we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about some starlights here and there and a couple more cards. It's $18. Starlight rare Chibi art. Value wise, it used to be 36s. It's down 50%. 48 listings. If there's people out there that want it, at a 50% dump, you think they should get it right now? This beautiful card right there.
So a lot of these cheaper Chibi Starlight rares, I think, are actually really good for the future. However, they are pretty long holds, and I think a lot of people aren't going to have the patience for them. So what I'm going to recommend, especially for something like Honest here, is 18 is very good, but we have 48 listings. Scroll down. I want to see, is anyone put like a wall of China? Not exactly a wall of China, but 10 copies right there at $19. I would see if you can get this off someone for something cheaper instead of spending like $19,
maybe 15.
Yeah, $15.
That'd
you
be
throw
great.
it somewhere. You're really good. Also, this card really does remind me of like old school like Otome games. If you guys know what those are, kind of reminds me of Oron High School Host Club. When I look at this card, I feel very weird, strange things. It just doesn't look natural. I don't know how to describe it. It just doesn't look like a Yugioh card. Maybe this is because I don't like Chibi or what. Can you please go to that card? This is really not for me. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, this card kind of upsets me.
Yo, I had people in the comment section say that same thing. They were like, I don't like Honest, Jay. I don't like the artwork.
Really, yeah,
I don't like how it looks.
I really do.
Literally, in the comment section, someone say it just looks weird. You know what I mean? For me, it's like, but I get it. It could give that awkward feel. I don't know why. So, yeah, I guess we move on. Let's listen to Saki. We have Gorz, Emissary of Darkness, another Edison card. Starlight rare at 28 bones right here. This card was
dropping the Starlight rare on me when I attack with Gale.
Look at yeah. Look, they're gonna drop this one. Look, it was 57s going to 35s, but we're at 28s. They're gonna drop this specific version, Chibi art, on you when playing Edison against you. By the way, we need to have our Edison match in nationals, bro. We need to. We got
It's
to.
not gonna be a match. I'm gonna clap you.
Oh man, bro, don't make me, bro. Nah, man. You see, you won't see it coming, boys. Yeah, we need to record that, bro. We need to. We're gonna have so much fun. $28. What do you think of this?
I don't know if an ass being like that should be on YouTube.
Whoa, Diddy Ross is back at it.
And you shouldn't be gambling me. I don't want to take money away from a family man. I almost might feel bad. Just because it's you. If it's a normal family man, no, probably not.
It's okay, Diddy Ross. It's okay.
Oh, it's gonna be okay. Yeah, it's gonna be okay. I'll make sure it's okay. Don't worry about it.
All funs and games, guys. All funs and games, man. What do you think about Gorz, Saki? What do you think? Let's hear it, man.
I like this. This one I do like a lot more. I like how it has a lot of effects on the outside. $28 still a lot. I think this is gonna be one of the more popular ones, in my opinion here. But yeah, $29. Like I said with Honest, try to get it a little cheaper.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe 25 bones if you really, really need it. Maybe it goes down to 20.
I know that getting any card for cheaper sounds like a no-brainer, but when it comes to these long holds, I think that it's definitely more, it's a lot more important because let's say this card goes up like a 2x, right? 56, right? That's awesome, right? What happens if that's like 3 years though in the future?
Man, that's a good point.
You could have done something with that $28 in the meantime, and even though you have 56 now, that 28 could have been more beneficial somewhere else, right? Like say Drillbeam, right? Drillbeam, if you put $28 into that, okay, that's 28 copies of Drillbeam. They go up to 3, that's a 3x, 3 times 28. I'll do the math. Don't worry, put your calculator away. 84, okay? Now you got 84, and you got a lot quicker. That's kind of the thing with long holds at Yu-Gi-Oh! Is you have to...
Yeah, opportunity
really
cost. It's called opportunity cost. Yeah, that's a good point. Like you could flip your money way many more times than like keeping it stuck inside this card. So this is more of a card like if you really want it for yourself. Like, you know, I'm an Edison, but I'm new to Edison. I don't really care about the old prints. You know, I want the new Starlight. I love Chibis, and then that's like you. It's very niche, you know. So I agree with Saki. When it comes to investing into cards like these, that's a great take. It's all about probabilities, and it's highly more probable that you can flip Drillbeams, you know, that same value multiple times before this would ever go up to the 3x. We have Fabled Lurie, so we actually have alternate arts here. Starlight rare at around $22 for the Fiendsmith package. Card used to be yo, Saki, there was someone that paid 71 bones for this card. $72 for a $22 card. They're down $50 already. They're already down $50. What do you have to say to that, Billy Bob?
They're probably down in life too, because I'll be honest, if you bought this at $70 right away, I mean,
he wanted it, you know.
you probably tell people to keep the change on a $100 bill at McDonald's.
Yeah, literally. Look, he looked like this, man. He needed the card.
He
needed the card.
He has male pattern baldness. Okay, Fable.
Okay,
Lurie.
so then
You
this
got
guy,
his receding hairline on Fable Lurie. Yeah, he's like that. No, he's got patches, bro. He's not bald Billy Bob. He's balding Billy Bob.
Balding.
He's balding for 2 people at the same time, Billy Bob.
Yeah, you can't make this stuff up. So what does all that mean, Saki? Is it a good buy? Do you expect the teens for this one? What do you think about alternate art Lurie?
I just think it's useless. I'm so sorry. I like Fabled, and I actually like how this looks too.
Okay.
It's a good choice.
All right.
Look, it does look cool. If you want it for your Fiendsmith engine when it gets reprinted, so you can play for 3 weeks before they like ban, limit or ban tracked or whatever, you could go for it.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I mean, I like the fact that it's an alternate art. You know, I really like it. I like the artwork. So
Lurie already didn't get a QC.
You know.
I could give it more credit, but we already have a QC Lurie, so it's
and the OG print. So there you go. We have School Servant, Saki. Look at that. Starlight Rare Chibi art. I bet you like this one, though. You don't like Chibi arts, but there we go. I knew it. Look, right now the card was a 56 piece, now down to 25s, down over 50%. 34 listings. Maybe it goes down to 20s, maybe a $20 bill, but this is a nice one.
This card is they just gave us a QC Skull Servant. They just gave us it. And even I prefer the older Skull Servant, like the QC or Legend Collection Secrets. Even the Duelist Pack, Tournament Pack Supers, I only own one just because I want it for personal collection. And I actually thought it was really, really cool. So there's the QC red in the right.
Yeah, I already clicked it right here. Let's open it up for you. Yeah, 15 bones. Card was 25s, but now, 15.
Oh, I see what you did there. 15 bones.
No pun. Look at that, 15
I know you
bones.
do it on purpose.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. So which one you prefer, Saki? Which one you prefer?
I got one more bone from that joke.
Whoa! So which one you prefer, Saki? Which one you prefer? Right here. Look at that.
I'm not gonna lie. I still prefer the original.
Okay, the OG. All right.
By far.
All right.
I'm not a GB person at all.
Yeah, and it's 15, and it's $15 less. So, you know, it's cheaper as well. So you get the cheaper, better version. I also want to stay
with Mayhem very quickly with these QCs. The set is still kind of new-ish. A lot of these Chibis, especially because some people they're gonna want to sell theirs right away.
Right.
They might go down a lot further. You know, the Skull Service might go to 15. You never really know.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad take. It's still early, too.
If you are looking at Chibis, if you're looking at the Chibis, if you really wanted for your personal collection, you don't care about the price, you can go ahead and get it. But I would definitely be monitoring them every week. And that's what's really great about having something like TCG Creator, is you can monitor it that way. Like, you know, in the description below, click J's. It's just awesome to have.
Yeah, this is pretty good. I think you can even, like, choose the set, like, right here as well.
That's awesome. I think
Battles of Legend, Monster Mayhem. If you apply right here, you know, and then you click the 1 month, maybe you get more cards. But the set is new, so you can play around like with these filters, you know, and see what pulls up. here. So not bad at all. Make sure you listen to Saki in that sense. You know, patience wins this game. No need to rush in. Supply is brand new. You know, a month, 2 months from now, once these, you know, people are ready that really wanted their chibis have them, and that sell pressure comes in. People that have extra copies of them, they want to sell it and turn a profit. So definitely keep that in mind. You have Ladies Dragonmaid, Starlight Rare. Card was 68, 69 bucks. Literally V-shape recovered. It says to 82s, but we're at 115s, man. Quickly goes to 140s, one page only. 10 listings right here. So, you know, it's in the midst of a buyout essentially. Even as a Starlight Rare high end, the Dragonmaid players, they just love their Dragonmaid cards. They don't care that the cards just came out. They want the max rarity. And then you do have the Ultras here. Used to be $4, now spiking up to 650s, and now back down to 5s, just finding a stable price. So 82 listings. Yeah, Dragonmaids, I mean, if you want them, you get them. You know, they're very niche. They become scarce quick. They have a strong community. A lot of people really like Dragonmaid. I don't know why. It is what it is.
You don't know why. You can't think of one reason.
No. I know why in the sense what they are, but I don't know. There's better, you know, wifeys out there. Like, it's just not, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, yo, people love dragons.
Yeah,
love big titty bitches. And these are tall big titty bitches.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. If I see waifu tags, they gotta look, you know, real in a way. You know what I mean?
Seen
like,
Chamber Dragonmaid? Yo, get her in the WBA, okay?
Look at that.
Real quick.
Look at that. That's your girl right there. That's Saki's girl.
She can dunk the ball, okay?
Look at that.
She can dunk on my balls too.
Hey, Diddy Rasu. Hey, you're getting the prime version of Diddy Rasu here, man. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it, man. Gem Knight, Neppy Rim. What is this, Saki? Are Gem Knights finally good? Is this card any good?
I think they are. They're more than an FTK deck.
Okay. What do you look? This card was $5.
Multiple interruptions.
Interesting.
I was talking to some people who
okay.
You know, they play Yu-Gi-Oh Pro. I'm putting in quotations because you know they'll get their team. Everyone on the team has tops, but you know, it's still weird calling pros in Yu-Gi-Oh. Even though that there are pros in this game, and they are talking about Gem Knights, and they are looking especially for next format. So if you have any interest in this deck, I would suggest getting in on it early just in case. So you're there for the peak before anybody else.
That's an interesting take, unexpected. So again, Gem Knight Neppy Rim, this card was $4 or $5, now it's 6s. Don't let it be 10s. Don't let it be up 30-40%. Listen to Saki. You know, he's highlighting this card as a Gem Knight pick that you want exposure. And then you have the cheap, you know, other Gem Knights here in Battles of Legend as well. So just pick up your pieces early, man. Listen to Saki. If he's highlighting this card, it's definitely for a reason. And then you do have the Necros, you know, the new support. You have Amelia. Dance Priestess of the Necros right here, getting that brand new secret rare right here. Card was 5s and some change, now 6 and some change. You do have a couple walls here and there, but 50 listings only. Should people be picking this, you know, card up 20 piece post tag?
I think Necros is definitely a deck that has aged very well. I actually last time I played Necros was actually a tier limit format. I actually was like,
interesting.
You know what? I'm gonna make a certain build. I'm just gonna play for fun. I'm gonna mix it with some Libromancers, see what happens. And back then the adventure package, and it was good. It was fun. The deck could still do a lot. The new support is very good as well here, and rituals have a lot of generic support. Like we have a lot of +1s, like prep, all that, which is great. And there's a lot of kind of combos that you can do. I think that with Necros, if you are looking for a ritual deck right now, and Voiceless isn't going to cut it, I would recommend Necros for sure.
There you go, man. Yeah, I like these artworks. And they're secret rares too. They could have easily been ultra rares, but they were printed as secrets. So I really like that as well. So yeah, I mean, listen to Saki. If you want Necros, you know, maybe get these at 5s if you can, you know, and then this dude is free 99, so don't need to worry about price with this dude right here with Advanced Swordsman of the Necros. So not bad at all to get your exposure. Then we have one more D, Saki, Count Surveyor here, the secret rare. A lot of people.
I got the one from when you were talking about bones. So
whoa!
Also, really quickly,
Diddy Ross.
One thing I want to say about Necros is on the channel, we call getting the plat Bryonics at $1, and they're
yeah, they're 8s. Yeah.
It is kind of crazy. Yeah. I told people, guys, they got support. This is the searcher, right? Get this, please. And now, well, they're $7, so you got a 7x right there, and it is selling like hotcakes. So
there we go.
That's why you got to come to the channel and subscribe.
There we go, man. There we go. You need to be subscribed. And on that same note, Saki, why do you think Surveyor is a thing? Count Surveyor. A lot of people are mentioning this card with future DDD support, saying that people should be picking this up because it's played at threes and that this and that in the third. So, I mean, it was recently $5. Now it's crashing down into the threes, but you only have a couple one-ofs and it's right back up to $5. So what do you think about this card, Saki?
I think it's with the future DD support. This card really is pretty good.
Interesting.
It's even good right now before the support, and players want to get their copies. Am I shocked? No, not at all. Especially because DDD takes a PhD to play, right? So anyone who knows DDD, even if they're not playing Yu-Gi-Oh anymore, they're gonna have. They put too much effort into learning this deck, not to know and get the new copies of Count Surveyor. It just is what it is, man. I can't play this deck. I just don't have the time to learn it.
Yeah, it's too much, man. It does too much, so I get it. But there's people, avid DDD fans out there and players.
Today, Junior.
DDD. Yeah. Oh man, you have Artifact Lancia, a staple-ish hand trap here against Malice. You know, it already had its rarity collection Uno print, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But now we're getting a secret rare, another one. And it's 35 shekels. What do you think? Should people be picking this card up? I mean, you have Walls of China at 2/4 pop. 92 listings, nothing too crazy. Could this be $1 in the future, Saki? What do you think?
I actually already talked about this card. I told people when this card was 25 cents.
Okay.
You guys don't remember when secret rares from Rarity Collection 1 were bulk, like 5 cents, 10 cents, and they reached up to $5.
That's crazy, literally.
Right?
Yeah.
And then the PCRs and the PURs got recommended at like almost $1.
Yep.
Went up over 7x.
That's true.
They weren't even $1. They went up to $7, $8. I told people history repeats itself. This card will go up as well. And to grab your copies, yeah, if we can actually look at the secret rare, right over here, there, the 25th.
Wait, let me. Yeah. So this one used to be $5, but it actually had sales at 10s. Wild. And it's
10,
still pushing
8,
almost
7.
$3. Like other than that one of, it's still like a $3 secret. And we just got a secret rare reprint. The PCRs, they hit highs of what? If you go to the yearly here, it says 6s, but these were in the teens as well. So, and now they're still $5. So yeah, hey, Saki's basically saying history is going to repeat itself at one point again. Listen to that advice. I agree with it. These could easily go from shekels to billies. Don't be that guy that misses out on this train again just because it's cheap and readily available today. Then we do have Stardust Sifra Divine Dragon. On the channel, I was telling people at 25 to 30s to sell this damn card because we expected a reprint at some point, but it even got a rarity bump. It got a technical max rarity secret rare, and now this card is shekels. It's free 99 right here. So yeah, just any thoughts on this one? Should people pick it up at shekels now when it was a 30 piece? What should people be doing? What do you think about the OGs? Just overall, what do you think about this card?
I mean, if it is in Blue Eyes is a staying deck. This can easily creep up over time. Absolutely. If people pay 30, they'll pay 3.
I mean, that's yo, I love that simple take, man. They could pay 10x down for a rarity bump, right, Saki? That's crazy. So yeah, I like the take. Just straight, simple. You know, love it. And we have stream.
If you guys haven't hit that like button yet, I don't know what you're doing.
Listen to my guy, man. Listen to my guy, Saki, man. Hey, we have stream.
Likes on this video. Come on.
Man, I wish, man. I mean, we barely cracked triple digits, man. I don't get it, Saki.
Barely cracked triple digits?
Yeah, I'm not.
You guys see how upset Jay is?
I don't understand,
Cry
man.
for him, Jay.
Yeah, what was that? What was that?
Cry for him, Jay.
Oh, man.
Y'all doing that to Jay? Are you serious?
I can't, man. I just can't. You're like crying for
Come on,
them,
like
bro.
the video, all right? Stop being stupid, all right?
Yo, thank
Really,
you, man.
Bob.
Like the video, man. I appreciate it, guys, man.
Don't make me come back.
It's all about having fun. Uh-oh, Diddy Ross was coming. Man, yo, run for them hills, man. Run for them hills. Yo, we have stream Dragon Ruler of Droplets. What do you think about Dragon Rulers, the babies actually getting secret rares? I think they have platinum secrets, but these secrets look clean. I won't lie, Saki, especially at the shekels right here, like cheap secret rares, bulk right now. I mean, these look very, very nice. What do you think about them reprinting the babies as secret rares in Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem?
I think they're cool because then you can actually match rarities a lot easier, as well as having a clean secret's a clean secret. But do I kind of think it's a little redundant what they did with reprinting Dragon Lords here just to fill up slots, absolutely.
That's a great point. I mean, that is a
and
great
I really
point.
don't. And that's a big problem I have with this set. Was like, for example, the babies, we have them in common, plat, and QC.
Quarter seven. Yep.
They reprinted them here. If they were gonna put them here, they should have put them in 7 different rarities. So that's a bad idea as well. Again, overprinting these cards just to fill. Granted, I can at least understand this. Unlike the Dragon Rulers themselves, we just got all the Dragon Rulers in 7 different rarities. Why do they come in Ultra here? Ridiculous. Or secret,
who's making these decisions, Saki? Who's making these decisions, man? Who's responsible for these decisions, man? Yeah, do they have a name? What do you think about? Like, what's going on here, man?
Oh, I'll tell you this. Konami doesn't communicate. I'm pretty sure that like different people like, or the person who does sets, man. I don't even know what to say. Just stupid.
Love it, man. Yo, and lastly here, before we get you out of here, if people stayed in an hour, we leave the best for last. We're going to be discussing these pre-sales on the channel pretty soon. Everyone's talking about Duelist Advanced. We're not going to go into like individual prices here, like going into the cards, but just the thought process in general, heading into Duelist Advanced. The next Yu-Gi-Oh! Core set is here, guys. Essentially, everyone's going to go to sneak peeks this weekend, and then the weekend after that, the week after that, we're going to get the box, and then the week after that, we're going to be at Nats, all, opening packs, essentially, of this new core set. So, I mean, I do need to. I said we were not going to look at individual prices, but I do need to look at least at one card, because this is the talk of the town. We have Vanquish Soul Holly Sue. This one card is going to change the meta for months and months on end. That is my humble opinion. Everyone's talking about Vanquish Soul K9. Asaki knows, I know, everyone knows, right? So this one single card coming out will change the meta for the next foreseeable future. We're talking about not just like Nats or whatever, but like post Justice Hunters and the next YCS and just the foreseeable competitive future for Yu-Gi-Oh. So at least if we're going to discuss one card from the set, it has to be this one, Saki. So overall, what do you think about Duelist Advanced first? And then we're going to get into Vanquish Soul Holly Sue. What do you think about Duelist Advanced? The pre-sales are here. People need these cards. They're going to Nats. Primite Fusion as the supers already $5. I think most of these are going to crash down. Honestly, because they're pre-sales, as we already know.
Super pre-sales don't exist.
Exactly.
For every bulk super is just ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. So keep going. What do you think about it? Yeah.
A lot of people want to play Lunalight, and a lot of people want to play Vanquish Soul. And for Sky Strikers, obviously a lot of people want to play Sky Strikers, but I have not seen the hype for Striker that I thought there would be. But I've seen what Lunalight could do. I've seen what Vanquish Soul could do. They're absolutely going to go crazy. I definitely got to say, if you plan on going to Nats and you do not know what post Duelist Advanced Lunalight does and post Vanquish Duelist Advanced Vanquish Soul does, you will not make day 2. So right now after this video, go ahead, make sure you know their end boards, their interrupts, what they could do, and what their natural builds are looking like to kind of have an idea. I still need to do a little more research on Lunalight, and I know how they are with heavy poly, this and that, but a lot of people have even been asking me about Lunalight cards. Hey, I need this before Nats. So
interesting.
We're going to see a lot of Vanquish Soul Lunalight. We're definitely going to see a lot of Riziel and more.
There you go. And what do you think? Look at that. Kaiba Man, the legend. He is the legend. He's $45 as a secret rare. Saki. Like,
45 years old, keeping up with this nonsense.
Yeah. How about Morganite? No one's talking about the new Morganite support. People forgot it came in here.
Dragons, but he ain't riding bitches.
Yeah. Whoa, Diddy Ross was back at it, man. Yo, what do you think? What do you think about Morganite? What do you think?
When you first pull up this tab, the first word I saw was gripping. I'm not even trying to make a joke here. I was just like, you know what?
Gripping.
You know what?
So what do you think about it? About the gripping Morganite?
Yeah, grippy Morganite.
Yeah, there was a lot of hype when this was first announced. Does this help anti-meta, decks here, Morganite decks? Like, what do you think? Is this Morgana, the Witch of Eyes? Is this card, okay, it is. When an opponent monster declares an attack, you can banish one Morganite spell from your graveyard and negate the attack. Okay. You can only use it if the card no respect. You can add one Morganite spell. Interesting. If you have 3 or more Morganite spells with different names, you can change the attack of all face-up monsters to 0. Yeah, this should have been like negate all your opponent's monster effect. That would have been broken.
Nah, 0 attack is fine.
Yeah.
Because it also it affects the if this did because I gotta look into this. If the attack this card would be pretty broken if it affected players. somehow and not the monsters. But no.
Oh, that'd be crazy. But what, are we gonna play
I don't want
Morganite?
to play it.
Morganite Dracos?
I'm sick and tired of
You
playing
think so?
combo. I'm sick and tired of playing combo. Imagine you could do all your Morganite stun shit and then drop a Fenrir.
So we're playing Castira Morganite or Morganite True Dracos Masterpiece? Anyone? You know? Yeah. No.
You gotta get off the.
Oh
crayon.
man, I tried.
Okay.
I tried, man. The king will be back. Why was he reprinting Battles of Legends, Saki? Then give me that. No, I refuse, Saki. Why was True Draco cards reprinted in Battles of Legend? Just give me one logical. You're gonna tell me one logical reason why True Dracos were reprinted in Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem. I'm listening.
Because they're monsters.
No. Still, they could have reprinted anything else. No, I need to know. Give me a logical reason why True Draco cards, they're not dragons, they're worms. Tell me.
That's logical enough.
Oh my God.
That's why the
okay, what is your opinion? What do you think?
Oh, but we gotta put it.
No. True Dracos are not dragons. Tell me why they reprinted True Dracos. They're worm monsters. Why? I just need a logical reason. Like why?
It's Konami. Stop.
No. I'm actually telling you.
No. Yugioh guy, because he still is trying to figure out that Konami has logic.
No.
Knows that Konami doesn't duel with logic.
You're usually right, and you might end up being right. But to me, I think there's actually a reason. Like, there's no reason for them to reprint it in there. So they might look. They unlocked the Kingdom 1. They reprinted it as a Platinum QC, and they reprinted it as a Secret Rare alongside all the other True Draco pieces. There's no reason to do this. So they didn't reprint Diagram. So they literally just focus on the True Draco stuff. Like literally, I think we're getting support. You know, I think we're getting True Draco support. You heard it here first, Saki. Don't be surprised.
7 years.
Exactly.
I'm just laughing. You're telling me that they made Masterpiece another reprint, but they did put Diagram.
Yeah, I knew
that about this set too.
You see?
Like,
True Dracos, they're getting support, man. Trust me. Listen to your boy, man. I'm telling you.
Look up original Dragonic Diagram for our last card. These are actually really cheap.
Dragonic Diagram. It's funny how I said I wasn't going to check any of those cards from the set, and we opened up a couple. But yeah, I mean, this one is not bad at all. I mean, $2 for Unlims. First Eds are what? Let's clean this up. Janet Tour style right here. And this is what? 3. Yeah, that's not bad. 4 right there. Just buy those 4, Saki, and give them away on your channel. But now it quickly goes to 556s. So Saki giving you guys the deal of the day.
On the channel sometimes.
You see?
So, yeah, no, these are cheap at 4. It missed the QC too.
Yeah.
They should have put this in as a QC as well. I think. This
Well, alongside with Masterpiece.
Really cool $3-4 QC.
Yeah, literally, man, literally.
There's a little bit of love with him, I guess. Even though I really hate this deck, you guys don't know. I think True Draco, like I said, just tell me if you like True Draco.
Yes, I love it. Yes, I love it.
What does the pink crayon taste like?
Whoa! You gotta love Saki. Yo, we've had Saki on for too long. That's when you know, man. That's when you know it's getting close to the end of the video. Lastly, Saki, we have Vanquish Soul, Holly Sue, the actual card. What do you think about the card? What is the impact in the current meta? What do you think about Duelist Advance before we get out of here?
Well, like I said already, if you don't know about this card, before Nats, a lot of people are going to be pre-ordering it, and a lot of people are going to be looking for it because we have this short window between the release upcoming here to Nats, so people are going to be scrambling to get their cards. So I do expect this to have a lot of value.
There we go. We kept it short and simple. We will be discussing these pre-sales pretty soon on the channel, guys, so stay tuned for that. But as always, a pleasure to have Saki on. Guys, first link in the description down below. If you made it this far out into the video and you're listening to our voice right now, give the man a shot. Go check him out. Check out his videos. He does great. Just like he gave you guys an hour plus here as usual. You can't miss out. Yeah, Saki, any last words before we get out of here?
All I want to say is, thank you for having me on the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you'll come to my channel and subscribe. I know some of the people who do watch Jay every day do watch me, so they're like, oh, it's like a double upload for Saki at this point. But if you haven't, come subscribe. Check out my latest video. A lot of my market watches also age pretty well, so even if you come to my channel and let's say you watch the recent one for Turtle Pack Madness, we have a lot of Turtle Pack buyouts. You're going to have to click check it out. You could do that, and then you can even go to the previous video, check that, because I do go over cards that, I try not to repeat cards and market watches, so they age a little bit better. So go check out my channel. Hey, I love it if you guys give me a shot. Again, 70 subs is way too much to ask for in one day, to be honest with you here. 70 subs is a lot, but if I do wake up to 5,800 tomorrow, it would make my day, and that's all I gotta say.
There we go, man. So I appreciate you hopping on as always. Always have fun, man. Always laughing, always having a good time. Love making these sporadic collabs. Let Saki know in the comment section, you know how much you guys appreciate him hopping on and just having a good time collabing and just combining, our expertise all in one video, man. It never gets old. So again, make sure you subscribe, ring that bell, like the video for the channel as well, guys, as we continue to grow on our path to 10K. Really appreciate each and every single one of you guys. So guys, thank you so much for your time, for your support, and for your attention. Stay fresh.